Hello there, and welcome to What is My Net Worth? My net worth is currently $697,056. And one of the ways I got here is I have a good paycheck routine that I follow every other Friday when my paycheck arrives. And that's what I'd like to walk you through today using a hypothetical example. Now, the hypothetical example I'm going to use is based off a retail sales associate who's a sales lead. His name is Harold. He has no debt, no dependents, and he lives alone. He gets paid every 2 weeks, and he contributes to his 401k every week. Now, the spreadsheet I've brought up here shows what he uses during his payday routine. And during his payday routine, Harold's going to look at his previous paycheck. And the main purpose of doing that is he wants to make sure that everything he was supposed to pay was actually paid. So he's going to review his bank account, make sure that happened. He's going to look at his current paycheck and make sure he's happy with the allocation of money he's going to spend for that paycheck. And then he's going to project out his allocations for the next paycheck. And the format is the same for each one of those time periods. He's basically going to look at the money he has available, i.e. the income items, and that's for the beginning of the pay period. He's going to look at that from an anticipated standpoint, what actually happened, and if there is a difference between those two things, he's going to go ahead and find out why there was a difference and note that on the sheet. And then he's going to show his expense items. Basically, everything that he had in income at the beginning of the pay period, he's going to make sure all of those dollars have an assigned purpose, i.e. he's going to spend those dollars. And one thing he's going to also do throughout this period is he's going to look and see, are there big items that he needs to split up among multiple paychecks? Rent is a good example of this. You don't want to wait till you're the last minute to pay your rent. It's probably good to break that up against multiple paychecks. And Harold has chosen to do this. He's broken up his rent in two. So he pays half his rent in one paycheck, and he pays the other half of his rent in the next paycheck. And it just keeps on going that way. He does the same thing with car insurance. He pays half his car insurance in one paycheck, and then pays the rest in the next paycheck. So what Harold has done here is he's taken the income from his last paycheck, and he's allocated part of that for rent and part of that for insurance. And then you can see in his last paycheck, he's paid for his car insurance and he's paid for his rent, which makes it less stressful for Harold. Harold's ready to go and ready to do all that. He's also got some other expenses that he just takes care of every paycheck. He's got food, he's got gas, and then any money that's left over, he allocates to an emergency fund. And he does this with his current paycheck, does something similar. And then he does this with his next paycheck. Now, one thing you will notice is that Harold has had a sales bonus in his last paycheck. So he's assigned a purpose to those dollars as well, and that gives a nice boost to his emergency fund. So there you have it. That is how Harold allocates all the money you'll follow, all the money in his paycheck. And now, the method he's ultimately using is zero-based budgeting. And with zero-based budgeting, this is what happens. You take all the money you have available to you and you assign a purpose for every dollar. And this was popularized by David Ramsey. So I would encourage you to follow this process with your paycheck. I'll go ahead and provide a link to this Google sheet that we're looking at here in the description, so you can make use of it. And hey, if you found value in this, go ahead and do me a favor. Just tap that like button and subscribe to my channel. Really helps me out a lot. So hey, I hope you've enjoyed this and have a great day. See ya. Bye.